Can Texas make a good whiskey? Yes or no? That's what we're going to answer today. And in front of us, we have the Ironroot Republic Icarus. Now, we picked this up in Texas. This is a straight corn whiskey finished in port and peated single malt barrels, coming in at 117.2 proof. And this is edition 25, aged for 50 months. Anybody who knows anything about Texas whiskey knows it doesn't take a whole lot of time to get a lot of flavors that are very unique to the climate of Texas in the bottle. Ironroot Republic does utilize 53-gallon barrels.
Now, what we want to see is not only is it good, but what will it pair with, food-wise and cigar?
Yep. All right, fresh crack on this one. We did have a sample of this when we were in Texas, and Mary liked it enough that she picked up a bottle.
That's right.
All right, the color on this is not quite a dark amber, but it's not a light amber either. Coats the glass extremely, extremely well.
And what proof is this again?
A little over 117 proof.
And there's no ethanol on the nose at all.
But you do get that typical Texas smell to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a dry, sweet oak is how I associate the Texas whiskey on when it's aged there, because of the extreme heat that they are putting those barrels through.
And on the palate, it's very dusty. So it's very oaky. It's very drying.
Now, keep in mind, this is a fresh crack, and this is first pour of the day.
It is. I mean, it's not putting it off at all. I mean, it's just got this really earthy note off the first sip.
Now, on the nose, I am getting some of that fruitiness from the port cask.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, there it is.
Now, on the second sip, it's got that drawing factors, but it's also making my mouth water. So it's not very viscous. It's still pretty dry.
No, it is viscous in my opinion. It coats very well on the palate. The flavor's staying with me. I am getting some of the peat notes, but it's not heavy like you would associate with a Lafroig, an Ardbeg, or even a Lagavulin. It's very subtle. It's almost like a campfire smoke. Mm-hmm. But with the sweetness of that port barrel finish, it gives it. It's like you took dark red fruits and charred them on the grill, and I'm getting some of that on here. But as far as the typical iodine Band-Aid, I'm not getting that. I am getting a slight little saltiness and it's probably in my head because I do enjoy peated scotches, and it could be just something that I'm associating with it. But that was my first sip. Let me get a second.
And I'm not a peat girl at all. That most of the peats turn me off, unless it's something like all the scotches, non-peated scotches. I like those. Peat just to me is very strong, but because these were in a barrel that had peat in it,
it was a peated whiskey barrel. It was a peated single malt that was aged in a barrel. They dumped it. They took that barrel and they put this distillate in there to finish it, and then they put it into
the sherry cask.
No, it's a port barrel.
A port.
Yeah, and they actually finished for a year in port barrels and a year in the peat.
Okay, so that's why it's got that slight influence, but it's not over peaty.
No. What would I pair with this? Anything off the grill. Steaks, burgers, brats, brisket would be fantastic.
It needs to be bold though, because this is a very bold drink. So for it to hold up, I think it'd have to be something pretty bold.
Yeah, like I said, the brisket,
A
I
brisket, definitely.
think would stand up well to it. Maybe even a Middle Eastern or Mediterranean lamb off the grill with heavy smoke influence. Anything like you can put on the smoker and cook it low and slow with a heavy smoke influence.
Like a Boston butt.
A Boston butt, like a lamb brisket, I think would be fantastic with this. As far as a cigar, I would look at a Connecticut shade wrapper type cigar, something light, has a little bit of sweetness to it. I wouldn't necessarily do a finished cigar because of how smoky this one is. I would want to add a complementary contrast to this. So I would go lightly sweet, not overpowering. A good example of that would be like a My Father Connecticut shade wrapper. Would be something really nice with this.
Yeah, to me, I would do an Oliva.
Yeah. And which one is that one? That is the Series G Cameroon, which a Cameroon wrapper is fantastic. A little bit more sweet than the Connecticut, but I think it would pair very well with this.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is that it would bring out the sweetness of that port.
Yeah. So let us know in the comments down below. Have you had any offerings from Ironroot? Have you had this particular offering from them, the Icarus, finished in port and in peated single malt barrels? All right, Mary, I think that'll do it for us today.
Remember, we just have this one life to live.
So please make it about family, good friends, and great whiskey.
Till next time, our friends.
Cheers.